How you doing, everybody? I am the Baron.
What's up, everybody? My name is Smile.
And I am the Twisted Steel Samurai Chris Lotus. And
welcome to the 18-Bit Podcast. I had it. I was there. I would have made it through, but you started chuckling. Smile.
Good old contagious laughter.
Like, you just started chuckling. Then I was like, I can't hold it anymore. Fuck it.
Lotus sound like a villain back in the day.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Oh, boy.
I am so glad y'all like this gimmick. Wait a minute, it's not really. Anyways, I'm just glad you like it then. What's happening? It's your favorite three local making nerds coming straight from Old Comics Plus. Thanks for playing house to us again.
Yep, thank you, Comic Plus, for giving us location for another episode. If y'all haven't,
and come down, they're awesome. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. Then from obvious comics to freaking vintage consoles. I know. I'm pretty sure a couple of you all are nostalgic, like heavy nostalgic. Don't like PS4. Don't like Xbox One. They got Dreamcast and freaking PS1, PS2. Also got pop figurines. I know plenty of you collect those. I guess I kind of sort of do. But yeah, thanks.
I've never gotten into that shit.
I did.
I mean, I have all the ones of people that I know I freaking like. I mean, I have one of Elektra. There's one of Black Panther. The first one I ever got was a Goku one, a Super Saiyan Goku one, and I also got. Is it Blinky was the blue ghost from Pac-Man?
Inky, Blinky.
Yeah.
I want to say Blinky.
Yeah, I got.
I want to say Blinky as well.
A couple of those I got from playing. Switched in my tokens up there at
Reboot?
Round 1.
Oh.
I wish Reboot had pop figurines, and if they did, where was I looking? Shout outs to Reboot, by the way. Another awesome gaming spot down here. Actually, not too far off from where we are. A couple of minutes up the street, down the street.
Literal seconds. Like, you just come out, walk about 30 seconds up, and then you there. I went there like a while ago to had a non-alcoholic drink and play
for
some
those
video
of you
games.
that don't know, Reboot is a gaming bar. Yes, I said gaming bar. They have plenty of vintage games like the first Mortal Kombat, SoulCalibur,
the first Street Fighter,
Pac-Man,
first Street Fighter, and playing pinball machines.
You can do all of that while completely smashed.
Barcades are, they're kind of around a different couple of places.
That reminds me. So, by the way, the full name is Reboot Retrocade and Bar. Also, shout outs to, damn it, what was the name of that one in Atlanta?
I don't know. I haven't been there yet. Jabril told me about it. Hey, what's up, Seven the Sultan, whatever it wants to be called.
Sultan Cinema.
Okay, Sultan Cinema. I know, I just call him by his PSN ID tag.
The Sultan.
A.K.A. Mr. Bit.
If
you didn't catch it, he was the inspiration somewhat for this.
The name of this podcast.
Yeah.
Let me see pad
We'll come back to it.
All right, yeah, I got to remember the name. But all right, let's move on with today's topic, everybody. Consider this is a post-Game Awards show, extremely late. I know. I'm sorry that is personally my fault. While we doing it, I was busy with other shit. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna talk about the winners and the losers of everything. So, what?
Emphasis on well, you know what? Yeah, we are covering losers in a way, but not like ha 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 you lose, not like that. But,
now let's say deserve that.
Looking
at you, Destiny 2.
by his metric, but you know.
Right. Let's start it off.
I broke a little bit.
Of course, just like last time, we're gonna skip the game of the year and come back around.
We could do that first.
We could.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cat's out the bag now.
Cat is out the bag. Sure.
Cat is out the bag, and it's out of his mind, too.
Zelda Breath of the Wild got Game of the Year. All right. Which, I'm not surprised.
I think not.
Although I wanted Horizon to get Game of the Year, but I was like, if that doesn't, I know Zelda's definitely going to get Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying?
If you recall, since he mentioned Horizon, I just thought that Horizon was going to take a whole lot of everything, and that just did not happen. It just didn't happen.
I almost shed a tear. Horizon won absolutely nothing.
Damn.
Nothing.
Damn. I did not get a chance to check it out, so I didn't even see what all won or lost. So
So you got yourself a
they
legit
had
first
an
impression.
astounding. They had an astounding goose egg. That means 0.
I know.
I figured that.
You know
much.
what a goose egg is? I mean, they don't like freaking blocks, do they now? Gooses.
Yeah, but no, like
Goose is shooting out freaking
Legend of
eggs.
Zelda winning Game of the Year is not, like I said, to me it's not that shocking. It's no offense to Horizon, but I could put Horizon above PlayerUnknown Battleground. But like against Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, those 3, I could not honestly I could not see Horizon winning. I could definitely put it above PlayerUnknown. But against those other 3, those are like literal hard hitting titans of like with a series to back them up. They had a fan base already created. Where Horizon came through fresh on this year, which made it to this category. Even though this is like, I want to say it's the developer's first game. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But like they made it to they got Game of the Year nominee just off of that alone is impressive. Like, so like for them making it, congrats. If we see Horizon Zero Dawn 2, you already know you got a fan base. So let's go. Like, y'all could get Game of the Year this year.
It's not Killzone.
Killzone?
Yes.
Just Killzone?
Essentially. Killzone and a game called Shell Shock.
You all? We're looking them up right now. But, like, they're mainly known for the Killzone.
Brevity is a thing. But back to the main subject. So, like I said, Guerrilla Games, they made Horizon, obviously. They did Killzone, Shell Shock, and a slew of other games. Invader, Speedboat, and things of that nature. But
they're working on Death Stranding?
yes.
Huh, that's impressive. I mean, but yeah, no, like, they knew, like I said, but yeah, it stands by, like, the company had some good games. And like I said, problem for Horizon Zero Dawn, but, like, I just couldn't see them taking this category. I could not see them taking this category. Have y'all heard about how the Xbox, well, I want to say Xbox or fanboys are pissed because Legend of Zelda won?
Next.
Yeah.
Basically.
You lost. Next.
Not even just saying that. I mean, it's like freaking Zelda, the series, is in the Hall of Game. It's one of like the big 3. And I only know this because I did this as an assignment with a group then. It had like pretty much the Sonic series, Zelda, and Mario, like the big 3 of gaming far as history. I mean, come on. It just like reminds me of like the Grammys, how it's like, you know, somebody so fresh and new might be up against somebody iconic that's still making music and still actually got fans. And like, you know, somebody freaking a nice young little new artist or whatnot is going toe to toe with a Beyonce. Come on. You got quite a bit to work with there. You got quite a bit to follow. Fanboys.
Did that happen in the past Grammys?
It probably did, but that's another story.
That's another topic.
Okay.
Now, we've covered the Game of the Year. Now on to the best game direction.
Again, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild won. Those win.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
No.
And once again, like,
it was just another field where it was a bunch of strong ones, and
yeah, I know
you gotta pick.
Yeah, like what Chris, like what Lotus said, like I want to say what helped it even more so is that all this was fan voted. Don't quote me on that. I want to say it was largely fan voted.
Few weren't.
Yeah, where like, but like even if I was a judge for this, I didn't have fan vote to go off of. Like I'd be hard pressed Because like I said on our last podcast, RE7, they basically saved the franchise. Super Mario Odyssey is considered one of the most successful, one of the most popular Super Mario games to date. Wolfenstein 2, you get to shoot fucking Nazis. Who the fuck doesn't love that? Nazis. Alright, yeah, granted, Nazis don't love that shit. Mm-hmm. But they're Nazis, so fuck them.
Yeah. They got their own little brands of like little games out there that tailor towards their propaganda, so don't act like freaking, I'm without nothing. And if you want to know more about that, I can link y'all to a video that actually has a couple of them, basically.
There's Nazi...
Yes.
Actually, yes. Link me that video so I can see
Well, actually,
that.
it's a top list. It's about, I think, like most controversial or banned video game, something like that. And it's by TCRN Narrations. Shout outs to him. Makes awesome content for those of you that like horror content. Formerly known as That Creepy Reading, but now it's just TCR Narration, excuse me. Okay. And this list is kind of dated, but I can link y'all to it. But yeah, a lot of insane stuff on there. Not all of it is like, Nazi type of propaganda game, but there's plenty of it. Like there's a lot of freaking political agenda type crap that is out there like that. But
okay,
I'll link y'all to that later.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, best game direction. That's as Smile said. That's another hard one to pick. That'd be a hard one for me to pick as well.
Yeah. Best narrative goes to What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah, I'm not shocked at that.
Once again, it's a bunch of strong ones again.
Like that game was basically dedicated to a narrative. That game is a narrative game. Like I have to walk around, search for these clues, and find out what happened. I'm sorry I don't know much more about the game. For all those who do know about it and played it, like I'm sorry that I don't know much about, but like it winning, congrats on you, because you did come against a list of other hard hitters, because you have Nier Automata, Wolfenstein 2, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, Horizon Zero Dawn. These were hard hitters.
Exactly. Next category. The winner of the best art direction.
Oh, the upset.
Is Cuphead.
The upset. Like, and it wasn't even like a bad upset. Like, I was telling people, like, it wasn't like a, oh my God, how dare they upset. I was like, it was just more like, wow. They actually got one. Like, wow. Awesome.
Now,
I'm proud of Cuphead.
Yeah.
For the art direction, like, me personally, I think the only real contender that could have beat them was Persona 5.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
Because, like, Destiny 2 is just there. I don't know why it's...
Fuck Destiny 2. Look at you, Destiny 2. Ha, you lost.
Breath of the Wild, like I said, it was an amazing game. But
Beautiful
as far
game.
as, just the art and the design standing out, it was still, it was alright. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Persona 5 was like, we're going to throw, like, our music, our style in your face.
Oh,
like,
we'll get to that.
yeah, we'll get to the
Matter of
music.
fact, we're getting to that right now.
And then, let's see. Best score or music?
Another upset in my book. There's another upset.
Positive or negative?
Kind of like wow. Kinda.
Okay.
It was like a wow. Because I was... Yeah, go ahead.
Nier Automata was the winner of the best score.
And I think all of us put our money on Persona 5 for that.
Yeah.
I think all of us put our money on that.
So,
but, I mean, from what because, after that happened, I sampled a little bit more of the score. It's a really good score. It's a really, not even solid, it's actually a really, it's great. It's a great score. Very, very fitting.
it was,
I really feel like the music, the score there is actually very emotional and actually is really good at fusing. And
it was very, entrancing. You hear, the...
Yeah,
the orchestra type music?
All of it. With the chanting and
all of it. It was so well done. So nothing to sneeze at all.
Because Destiny 2's was forgettable.
Generic.
Yeah. Cuphead was good, but it was, that kind of...
Old-timey
music.
But I mean, at the same, but at the same time, people dig that.
Not saying that it was bad.
But yeah, it matched the game. It matched the game's art style as well. Like that to me, that's the only reason why I could see Cuphead winning best art style, because it reminds you of one of those old timey type of shows, as well as the music.
And once again, the only other person that I see on this list that could beat them was Persona 5.
But like my problem with Persona 5's music, not all of it was like, a lot of it was great, but to me my standout ones was their intro and Rivers in the Desert. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, those are like the two that I just really care about listening to. Beyond that, I don't give a fuck. And then there's Super Mario Odyssey. With Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they more had like the played down atmospheric type of shit.
Yeah. Next category is the best audio design, and the winner of that is my pick, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah, I think I went on Ronald and said Resident Evil 7 just because they did like a very decent job of having like the horror, like it added more to it. It wasn't just the visuals, but you have to have good audio, of course, to make horror visuals pop. And especially if you're gonna be all tropey about the freaking pops, like not pop scares, but jump scares. If you're going to be really tropey with those, of course, you have to have some good audio for that. So, I mean, yeah, that's where I figured. But Hellblade's not a bad choice either.
Quick question. Why the fuck is Destiny 2 even considered for half of these categories?
I'm wondering that for the sound especially, because it's a shooter at the end of the day.
I mean, for a shooter, I'd expect it, sure, because you have to make these guns sound good in order to be immersed. But like almost legitimately everything else, I'm like looking at Destiny 2. I'm like, why are you here when all of these other hitters are here? When all like this is just, I'm looking at Destiny 2. Stop walking the wrong neighborhood, bit. You walked in the wrong neighborhood, bit.
Wow.
That's the it.
Wow, we're moving on to the next category. The best performance goes to Melina Juergens for playing Senua in Hellblade.
And I think like this was her debut, and it's like you never really expect to win in your debut like that. So I'm pretty sure that felt
amazing,
invigorating.
I mean,
you went in your debut.
Nah.
And I freaking love freaking Laura Bailey and Ashley Burch, but I mean, she freaking
sold that shit.
Not even just that, but just, you know, you get like it's back to what I said earlier. It's like you were like a fresh face then, and not saying like all fresh faces are terrible, but still you're kind of new compared to all these people that have been around for a while. Then like,
you got a lot to try to beat that.
Yeah, and she did. I mean, you freaking overtook freaking Ashley Burch and Laura Bailey. I mean,
and Brian Bloom.
Yeah, because this is my personal opinion. Because I don't think that any of them are bad. Like all of Ashley Burch, Laura Bailey, Brian Bloom, Claudia Black, like all of them are like fantastic voice actors. But my whole reasoning behind her winning was that she essentially did 2, if not 3 times the work, because she voiced the character and mocap the character as well.
I mean, that could go a bunch of different ways when you think about it, honestly. Because it's like there are people, like I know I keep bringing it back to musical artists, but it's like there are artists that single-handedly produce. They do all like the freaking, if they had the credits for like their album or whatever, their name would be all over.
Nah.
They recorded the mess, they produced it, they wrote everything. They don't always win though. They don't. I'm trying to think of an example of that. I'm not sure, but I'm not trying to drift into music too much. I'm just using it as a parallel. But like I said, I'm not saying that didn't mean that she didn't deserve it. I'm just saying usually when that's the case, that's not always the winning card.
Yeah.
It's not always, but this time it was.
Yeah. Now, next category is Games for Impact. Also, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Now,
I'm not shocked at
Hellblade, like he said, I am not shocked at this at all.
Because like I said, it was gonna be, if it wasn't Hellblade, it was gonna be Life is Strange or what was the other one?
What Remains of Edith Finch.
That too. One of those 3. It was gonna be one of those 3, if you ask me.
But
sorry to the indie developers on that, but like,
no, I mean, yeah, there is that element does come in.
This one was like Life is Strange Before the Storm. is a prequel to Life is Strange, and we all know how critically acclaimed Life is Strange is.
Once again, one of the best modern day fighting. Gonna dip again. Flashback to the old podcast.
Episodic.
One of the most greatest modern day video game stories. Period. Almost did it. Life is Strange is not a fighting game. Watch that become a meme or a hashtag or something.
But
hashtag Life is Strange is not a fighting game.
But yeah, I'm glad it won this award for impact because it definitely had like this great impact with the presentation, especially, and the fact that you essentially journey along with the character and you kind of get immersed in how she feels and what she's going through. So you get to the point where you actually care about this adventure that she's going on, and you start to kind of mirror her emotions in a way. But
and like I said, a lot of the stuff that I had seen, it was portrayed very like creatively. Like you don't usually see. I mean, at least for me, I guess my little scope is a bit more limited, but I always thought Hellblade like caught like aspects of like psychosis and things like that in a very creative way. Like we've seen art and music and like that, but the visuals, like I know I'm just talking about the visuals, but nevertheless, spectacular. Like well done. Like that's all I got.
Hold up. But that being said, the other games besides Life is Strange Before the Storm, I do want to check out the other like 4 games. So like, please knock on my door, Night in the Woods, Bury Me, My Love, and What Remains of Edith Finch. I want to check those out. They do seem pretty good as well.
now on to the next category. Best ongoing game. Overwatch.
That's all we need to say.
That's all we need.
That's
I'm not
all
sure.
we need to
Keep
say.
it going.
That
That's all.
freaking winter pack, the freaking winter event.
Whatever that's, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, what was that shit Didi said?
That
That's
freaking
all you can say. That's all you can say.
And then the room got extremely silent.
Nevertheless,
Yeah, y'all was supposed to join me. I gave y'all proof. I was like, what was that shit Didi said?
From Dexter's Lab.
man,
From
who are we
Dexter's
telling that's all they can say?
So all you can say about this
Overwatch.
category.
That's all you can say about this category. Overwatch. That's all you can say.
That's all we have to say. All we can.
That's
all we
you
have
can
to.
say.
All we need to say.
All right, next category. Best mobile game. Monument Valley 2 won this.
I heard about that from Game Ranks.
Now, like we stated in the previous podcast, we weren't too versed in mobile games, so we don't know a whole lot about these contenders. But we're just gonna go ahead and go to the next topic.
Congrats, Monument Valley 2.
Yes. Best handheld games. Winner of that is Metroid: Samus Returns.
I'm not shocked at that.
I never got my hands on that one, but I just love Samus as a character anyway, so coolly fooly.
Hi.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not shocked. Like this, Samus Return is basically, long story short, a return to form for Samus, especially considering how she's been missing in the gaming world, except for like Super Smash Brothers. Like besides Super Smash, she has been missing in the gaming world.
Yeah, but I'm glad that character ended up winning that. So on next, as expected, best VR game: Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Come on, man.
Like, come on.
I could have also given it to Super Hot because that shit makes you
Next.
feel awesome.
Yeah. There's not
Best-
much to say. Best action game goes to Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah, I see that. Because like Prey came out with like a lot of glitches apparently, and like some game saving glitch or bug that deleted your shit.
That Neo was pretty action packed, but I can see why Wolfenstein 2 beat it out. It had I guess as the story in itself, it just had more impact.
It did.
Yeah.
It had better gameplay
That-
elements.
That no, not necessarily it had better gameplay, but that with Neo it had action, but there was also that grinding element which can wear you down a little bit.
Like with Wolfenstein 2, you could just hop in, run in, and gun, probably get gunned down. But you could also run in, gun down a few dozen Nazis in like quick, fast succession.
Yeah.
Pop in from like moment to moment action. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Next category: best action adventure game. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Need we say more?
I mean,
I remember I went for Last of Us, but I mean, come on.
I mean, like I said, this was another hard hitter. Like, because you had Assassin's Creed Origins.
Excuse me, Uncharted. My bad. I said it. My bad. I said Last of Us.
Well, Last one was in this category. We all do.
I'm sorry.
Seal of approval.
Oh no, still going against Zelda, and that was not considered a bad Zelda game. I mean, I could see it if it was a generally bad Zelda game that was there, and then Last of Us was there, but but Breath of the Wild, that's not a terrible.
Has Zelda ever made a bad Zelda game?
Not from what I understand. I mean, almost everything that has come out of Zelda has been critically decent.
Oh wait, no, right, 3. Yeah. They made 3 bad Zelda games. It's the 3 that we never talk about.
Then don't talk about them.
Done.
Exactly. On to the next one.
Hey, best role-playing game. Persona 5.
He was like A over here, but you remember freaking Ronald was sweating freaking game.
I was. I legitimately was. But I really wish I could see the rankings in which they came in at. Because I would have loved to see how close, like, Final Fantasy 15. I would just love to see how close this whole section would have been. Because it was Final Fantasy 15, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, Divinity Original Sin 2, and Nier Automata competing with Persona 5 on this. I would have loved to see the rankings on that.
But yeah, Persona 5, I completely agree with that decision. It was, like I said, it had the RPG elements. Except for the traditional, character creation, but there are a lot of RPGs where you just get a character and then you just.
I mean, they do that in Persona all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the character creation in Persona lies in the fact, man, that you're gonna shape this nigga around your opinions, just like what they did with.
Yeah, you make him as a person. You mold him as a person instead of him physically.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at that. And then like Final Fantasy 15. Honestly, I would have probably gave it a bigger chance if this happened after episode Ignis came out. But moving on.
Next one is the best fighting game. Need I even say it? Injustice 2.
I actually know a handful of people that were were upset about that, and I said the same thing. I said if it wasn't going to be one, it's going to be the other. Like I said, I wouldn't have minded if Tekken 7 won, because I actually like freaking Tekken 7.
Yeah, both are good, so I'm good with
both of those games I liked more than a game that wasn't nominated, and I'm not going to say it because it's not there. We'll talk about it later because a little something interesting came from there, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next, best family game.
Keep on going, you little bit right to book.
Best family game. Super Mario Odyssey.
I'm not shocked at that. It deserves it. Honestly, I knew a Nintendo game was going to win no matter what happened.
I mean, all the contenders were Nintendo games.
Except for Sonic Mania.
Was it still on the Nintendo platform? I know it wasn't exclusive, but was Sonic Mania like on Nintendo?
I don't think Mania was.
That is a surprise, actually.
I don't think Mania was on the Switch.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. I know PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Okay. Nah, but like I said, not surprised with that because with the other ones they have mostly a single player aspect, especially Splatoon. It has like a more of a competitive aspect, which I think it was even close to being in esports, wasn't it? Or is it in esports?
Yeah, no, like it is starting. Like Nintendo is trying to make that into an esports tournament. That and ARMS and stuff like that.
Okay, but Mario Odyssey, I'm not surprised that it's the winner. It's a Mario game, and they're generally always like family games.
Yeah, I'm not shocked at that.
They're still the go-to family games these days, and
Exactly.
Also, the family wrecking
Best
games. these
strategy
days.
game: Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Boy, that's honestly slightly shocking considering one of those entries was XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. XCOM 2 is like notorious for like you have to have this strategy type shit.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised with I'm personally not surprised with Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle because they had like this whole tag system where you can link to different characters and move them around on the map, and they each had different weapons and aspects about them that you had to take into consideration when you were placing your characters.
Yeah.
So, moving on, the best sports or racing game. With that is Forza Motorsport 7.
Not shot. Like Forza Motorsport, other than is Gran Turismo on this list? GT Sport. Yeah, other than like Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsport 7 was like the only other clear cut pick to me.
Yeah. Now, best multiplayer game.
Who won those one?
I am trying to figure that out. It's not highlighted. Oh no, people. I've never said this before, but there are technical difficulties.
Give us a minute. So yeah, like while he figures that out. So, first piece of interesting news that we heard about this past week. Guess who's coming back to Street Fighter V?
yeah, it's a couple of people coming back actually, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It's a few. Let's see. So we got Sakura just got revealed.
Blanca. Yeah, we got Blanca, Sagat, Cody. All those them plus Sakura are coming back.
All right.
Also with two new characters, and with that being said, we'll come right back to that where we have our best multiplayer pick,
which is Player Unknown Battleground.
I'm not shocked. Like this game took the world by storm. This game literally had no marketing done behind it. It was people bought this game and they were like, "Oh my fucking god, this shit's amazing. Let me stream this shit," and that's how it spread. It spread like wildfire by literal word of mouth. This is like word of mouth advertising at its best.
The only game I think came second was Fortnite, and that's because it had a similar game mode.
Yeah, Battle Royale. Because like honestly, no offense, B, but the regular Fortnite did not do that good. Like Fortnite non-Battle Royale didn't do that good. It just didn't draw.
I mean,
people
that's why
in.
they're dropping. That's why they even at the Game Awards they announced that 50 on 50.
Boy, that shit's
game
so
mode.
fun. I played that when I heard it announced. I was like, "Oh yes, I'm in." What's the other choices? Call of Duty World War II? Man, that's standard Call of Duty to me.
Destiny, Splatoon 2, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
But on to the next category. Most anticipated game presented by McCafe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
The winner is The Last of Us Part 2.
I am truthfully not shocked at this.
Nah, I'm not shocked at it either, actually, because like the amount of hype, even from when the initial game came out, people were like just amped and waiting for a sequel. It was like, I gotta have a sequel. We have to know what happens. You know,
We had it like, and honestly, everybody loves that brutal type of gameplay. And it's not like God of War level of brutal, because God of War just ends a world. But like, it has that personal, delicate touch of brutality to the gameplay. And also, Monster Hunter World, that's more of a niche audience. I played the beta of that. I love it. But yeah, moving on.
Best independent game. That
Cuphead.
goes to Cuphead. I'm not surprised at that, actually.
I mean, Pyre looked good. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. All the other categories look good, but just Cuphead scratched that particular itch that people wanted.
Now we're gonna move on to the next one. The best student game is Level Squared. Congratulations to Kip Brennan and Stefan Scoglio. I hope I'm not butchering these names.
That sound like it.
Dane Perry, Svensson, and Swinburne.
Oh no, of
Swinburne University of Technology.
Congratulations to y'all.
All right. Next is the Trending Gamer, which is
Guy BM, aka Dr. Disrespect. Which honestly, this makes it sad because he just announced that he'll be taking some time off from his from his Twitch.
I'm pretty sure there's some reasons behind that.
I mean, yeah, he said it clearly, but like if y'all want to go find it, I'll try to go look for the link. I'll put it in the description if y'all want, or something if y'all want to go see that. I can't promise I'll put it in the description, but I'll go find it for y'all. So moving on,
best esports game,
Overwatch.
Now, League of Legends, sure. Dota 2, maybe. Only contender in my book was probably Rocket League to Overwatch.
Really? Because honestly, League of Legends, they just had their first draft. That's why I would think that League is becoming big, because like League is like starting to do stuff to try to make their pros more career focused, give them a career off of it.
Now we're gonna move on to the best esports player, presented by Omen by HP, and the winner is Faker.
Lee Sang Hyuk, Faker Playmaker.
Congratulations, Faker.
If you don't know what that means, go watch the League. Just go look him up. Go look up a Faker compilation, and you will see what I mean. All League of Legends players know who that nigga is.
Next category is the best esports team, which the winner is Cloud9.
Congratulations, Cloud9. Y'all had a good year this year, actually.
Yeah. The best debut indie game, presented by Shikydro, is Cuphead. Let's see. And the best Chinese game is JBot 3 HD.
Didn't we pick that?
I want to say we did, actually, because it had the most detail from what we saw.
I think I did, because I think I liked just the way it looked.
Yeah.
I think I liked the way it looked.
And with that concludes our post review for the Game Awards. Now, what was
Not too bad, actually.
What was the previous topic that we alluded to shortly? Street Fighter V, right?
Yeah, Street Fighter V. They're bringing back Sakura Kusugano. We're actually going to want a new stage coming along with her. We are actually fighting in front of her house. That's the name of the stage, Kusugano Residence.
Oh my god, property damage.
I know, right? Let's see. And they're also, beyond 2 new characters, a guy named G, another person who's part of Shadow Loop called Falky. Falk. My fault.
My fault.
Anyway, Falk, you.
Okay, anyway.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. But yeah, like they are bringing back. And honestly, when I saw this Sakura trailer, I was kind of hyped for it. I was like, I wish that I saw this earlier. And basically, I just don't like Abigail. Long story short, let it be real. Remember, I don't like Abigail. But honestly, when I saw this trailer, I was like, all right, Street Fighter. It's not enough to pull me away from Tekken, Injustice, or upcoming SoulCalibur VI. But okay,
it's
Street
impressive.
Fighter.
It's impressive. They also revealed in the upcoming fighter packs that they were going to be bringing back
Blanca, Cody, Sagat,
I can't stand Blanca so much. I ain't forgot about him in his presence. But then again, I ain't playing Street Fighter V anymore, so
yeah. But Cody looks fresh though.
I know, right?
He's out of jail. He got the Geese Howard slick back. He got a suit.
Hey, that's what I called it.
He got a suit on.
But I'm still trying to figure out why is he wearing shackles.
He still wears the shackles?
Yes.
Oh my god. Then again, he kept them on even in Street Fighter 4, even though he broke out of jail.
I mean, but in Street Fighter 4, like he broke out of jail and he was on the run. Those one insinuates time has passed and he's been out of jail.
I mean, because the cuffs are a self-imposed like suppressor that he puts on himself, basically.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know that.
It's something that he does involuntarily. He does it voluntarily. Like he does it like on purpose, because it's at least taken into account. I guess if you want to go by like the quotes from Street Fighter 4, because you only have a couple of people that are impressed by these people that impress him like when he beats them basically, and it's Oni and I think Evil Ryu. But pretty much, you put like all the quotes together and everything, he's pretty much built to apparently be one of the most strongest, like legit storyline wise, in Street Fighter's universe. I mean, somehow, like it's interesting, cause I think his name is Majin Tenshin. I forgot his real name, but on Event Hubs, he did a really good breakdown about exactly what is up with his new look or whatnot. Like, I think either he may be the new mayor of Metro City, or maybe just closely more associated with Hager rather than just being like a heavy. I mean, not a heavy, but like an enforcer, because that's what he was prior, like, to getting thrown in jail. And like, he got thrown in jail, it's insinuated because of some crimes that he got
framed for.
Yeah, by poison in the Mad Gears, but. Because when that happened, he lost his girlfriend, who was Hager's daughter.
Who got kidnapped by the Mad Gears.
Yeah, I think his name is Jessica. But, yeah, like, I'm just wondering, like, maybe now, because he also apparently disliked Hager's lecture, so maybe it's like, maybe a couple of them have seen inside of him where he cleaned up his act a little bit then. I just hope he's still somewhat rebellious, because that's what made Cody awesome, because I am a Cody fan.
That would be something interesting. He'll have that whole proper demeanor about him, but there'll still be something like in his move set that's like,
it's gonna be interesting seeing.
Bro, he just looked tired.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting seeing this suited up, clean Cody throwing rocks at people and kicking sand and throwing daggers at people and junk.
I mean, he still is a street fighter.
That would be funny if oh, go ahead.
I said he still is a street fighter.
Just saying, with character development though.
It would be funny though if he if Cody as he is now, he has like a new, like, not say a completely new fighting style, but some like has a little bit of new tech, and then like if his V skill or V trigger or whatever, he kind of reverted back to like that classic Cody.
Maybe, but unfortunately, still don't really care about Street Fighter V enough to play it. No. It is amazing because it's like. It was cool seeing Cody come back, honestly. I know a lot of people were happy to see Sagat back, and a whole lot of people weren't. But it's like, I think Smile knows what I'm playing at a little bit there. But it's just, I'm sorry, like, I'm still far gone. But you brought back Cody, awesome. I like Sakura. Falk, seems almost like there's going to be a storyline with Ed, maybe.
Possible.
Yeah.
I don't know what Abraham Lincoln over there, the Amish guy, is doing.
I feel like he gonna be the dopest nigga in this fighter pack.
And Blanca, I have never, ever, ever, ever liked so.
Fuck,
I'm sorry. Blanca. I mean, still on Injustice 2. Still waiting for Roth. Still waiting for Enchantress. Still waiting for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, which we'll get to in a little bit. Mm-hmm. Still waiting for the PS4 port of Unrandom Birth. But yeah, that's the next little set of DLC characters coming to Street Fighter V.
Yeah. So what's next? What's next?
There is a new character trailer for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah.
So
and they have y'all watched it yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's interesting because they did a straight freaking BlazBlue reveal.
Yeah.
Because it's Tager, Makoto, S, and I think that's Mew. I think that's Mew.
Yeah.
Because Mew I always thought was a lot cooler, a lot cuter than Lambda. Just my opinion. Probably because cold colors. And also, if you sing like her, like when she becomes a little more humanized, then the character is actually really freaking hysterical. But
are we talking about hysterical crazy or hysterical funny?
Funny. Very funny.
God, so you could make an argument for both to me.
I just wasn't into Lambda like that, but had a like very nice moving story with Ragna, but
yeah, I just want to grab
you
and stab a sword through both of our guts.
I just thought Mew was just a more I just like Mew better as far as design, and then just the little interface. The little interfacing she does with several different characters, Ragna in particular. I mean, she comes a little bit close to like the top 3 of characters in that game that have always made me laugh. So,
nah, with the what did you say? There were 10.
yeah, there's
BlazBlue
there are
characters?
10 BlazBlue characters now.
And
There are 4 for Persona 4 and Uniel revealed as of right now, and only 2 in Ruby.
So
Just saying.
I mean, honestly,
we were speculating that there's either going to be 10 per franchise or maybe possibly 12. Because if they go into any higher territory, they're going into that massive character roster territory.
Not a bad thing, but you just wonder with something like this, are they going to go there? Because I still think technically, as far as I know, with at least the most well-known fighting games, I think MVC2 still has the largest roster at 56 characters.
yeah, I'm pretty confident that they do. Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
Second to that is KOF 14.
Yeah,
that's
that's 54. There might be somebody in between, but I don't think so.
But yeah, no, like honestly,
I know Smile is banking on BlazBlue having some more slots.
I like honestly,
At least one more.
honestly, with BlazBlue, I feel like we've reached like majority of their cast. Because like we
excluding DLC, excluding.
was it SDLC?
Yeah, which threw me for a...
No. She
wasn't?
was for this game.
Oh yeah, for this game, yeah. For
Yeah, I mean,
cross-tech battle.
I was just glad you said.
Because I'm pretty sure
DLC,
there's going to be
but, like,
DLC for this, obviously. It's going to be.
Yeah, but like I was just wondering, because honestly, Persona 4 Arena, they have a relatively small fighting cast. Like the game had a small fighting cast, so all they would have to do is just be like,
Doesn't Uniel have a similar sized fighting cast? Okay,
Yeah.
so
yeah, it's a nice little chunk.
is it under 20?
I'd say it'd be close to it.
Yes.
Based
On the last one I played, because I know there have been updates over time, and I only have the one on Steam, so
I mean, that's still
that's
up
interesting
there.
though.
because they've added because the version I have doesn't have, I think, the little girl, like the little tiny girl with the robot arms. I think her name is Mika. I don't have that one because I know there's also like another big freaking muscular dude in there. I don't have that version.
Nah, that is interesting because you said Persona 4 and Uniel have a smaller character roster than BlazBlue, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, obviously they're gonna shave more characters off of BlazBlue from being put in cross tag than with the others.
I mean, it's just because they have more history.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they would go closer to reaching the roster size of Uniel and Persona 4, if not all the characters, and then just match that with the equal number of BlazBlue characters.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Honestly, to me though, it's like I feel like the hardest one that they're gonna come through is like the Ruby crew.
Not really. Not really.
Not really.
I mean, no, not like who are we going to pit? More like
How are
is
they
it-
going to fight?
Yeah.
No.
Because
even I've seen people playing matches, at these events and whatnot. Then people compare Ruby to S a lot. Not in an exact fighting style, but it says she's the way she fights is similar to S. But I don't see any difficulty with them coming up with fighting styles and mechanics for Ruby characters because like I said, Ruby has a S style fighting style. She's small, fast, but she does have a large weapon and has a lot of range, just like that, just like S. And Weiss, I can't pin a specific character on her.
I'll call her Jen. I haven't seen gameplay, but I just feel like she's gonna be Jen.
She's way more mobile than Jen. Way more mobile.
Really?
Because in the anime she uses the glyphs and whatnot to jump around. That like all of that is a mechanic in the game.
Yeah, I about to say you remember. I've stopped watching the show, but all right, yeah, okay. There's that. All right, the topic that we all know we want.
But I mean, it's like freaking. They reveal for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle so strange. Like the strangest reveal pattern. It's like, 3 BlazBlue characters here, 1 character from here. And 2 BlazBlue characters, let's go 1 Persona character.
All BlazBlue.
Now full. BlazBlue is like,
all BlazBlue. Remember whose name is like the BlazBlue crew walked up like, remember whose name is on the game, bit. Mm. Oh, I feel like only Persona could walk up and be like, I don't care. We can hit as good as y'all. Only reason we haven't made another game is because we have our award-winning RPG series. Fight me.
I mean, they will.
Yeah.
in the cross tag battle. And I heard from John that they're a Crusader.
what's up, Phantom?
That they're in development for a Persona 5 arena, which will be very interesting.
Not bad.
I could live with this.
Not bad, but just saying, but still waiting.
Still waiting. We keep on waiting.
But all right, moving on to the one bit of news that had literally the whole world hype.
Yeah.
The entire world. Like honestly. SoulCalibur. I gotta say it right. A new stage in history has arisen. Now come, step into the world of history of SoulCalibur VI.
Recall, a couple episodes ago, we were freaking daydreaming, fantasizing about this.
Yo.
And here we are.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I had seen the night of the Game Awards, Harada-san, shout outs to him, awesome person. I hadn't met him, but like I've heard different little takes about people I think met him or whatnot. The guy's awesome. He said that he was going to reveal something. And I told myself it was either going to be SoulCalibur VI or possibly Tekken Cross Street Fighter, which it happened just to be the first.
I don't think Tekken Cross Street Fighter is ever gonna happen. As much as I would want it to.
That's kind of bad. Like they hyped that up, had freaking him meeting with Ono and everything, and now it's like.
I mean, you got to remember, Street Fighter Cross Tekken did horribly.
But that was Capcom's product, though.
Yeah, true.
And everybody was looking. After that mess just flipped and just flopped. Which, by the way, I thought Street Fighter Cross Tekken wasn't terrible. The launch was slimy. It had a very slimy history, but I felt like that game needs a second chance, but it never was going to get it because we live in a very
unforgiving gamer community.
Yes. You mess up one time, there's no coming back. Honestly, apparently.
I don't know.
I guess
look at EA.
Yeah, I rest my case on that. But nevertheless, we're here with SoulCalibur VI, and I think only thus far,
Cassandra
and Mitsurugi have been revealed. And I'm just like,
I don't feel that's Mitsurugi.
It is.
He looks too young to me.
No.
Here comes a
No.
theory.
Let me drop some knowledge on you. So, SoulCalibur VI apparently is supposed to be a sort of a soft reboot.
All right, never mind then.
So it's a soft reboot.
Never
so
mind.
it's not completely erasing the previous history, but it's
going back.
It's pretty much like what Mortal Kombat 9 was to the Mortal Kombat series. And went back to the vintage characters. It's just now, we're here.
But he did say there were going to be new characters as well.
Okay, that's all.
I mean, that was the case in somewhat Mortal Kombat 9 when you think about it. Albeit in storyline, the only new character was Cyber Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Hasn't he been in the series before? Because he wasn't there.
Cyber Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I know, but
Cyber Sub-Zero.
Because he's been in there before.
You've been playing too much Mugen.
Probably. But honestly, when I initially saw it, before I heard about before Smile told me about the soft reboot thing, I was just like, that might be an apprentice.
No, I think they learned their lesson from SoulCalibur V.
Another reason why I was like, why is he going with this wrong theory? Then he going back to that?
They learned their lesson from SoulCalibur V. Because I mean, I didn't hate all of the apprentices. I liked Zeba.
I did.
I liked Zeba. And I liked what's her name? Leisha.
Leisha was
taking after
Zhonghua.
Oh yeah, her.
But they learned their lesson. They learned their lesson from that. But
Leisha was okay. I'll take that back. It was her and freaking Natsu. Yeah.
But it's gonna be like epic because
fuck yeah.
But because like I said, I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring back the classic characters as they were. So no more of that Keelik Edgemaster bullcrap. He was an Edgemaster.
Yeah, I know that, but I was just like, why did they make him that?
I didn't. That's one thing I don't like about certain fighting games when they have a Mokujin character. Hey, I'm so good that I'm gonna get a character at random each round and still beat you. You know, which Mokujin himself from Tekken was like, okay, that's just one. But SoulCalibur V, they had 3. They had a character that was everybody. They had a character that was all female characters, Elysium, and they had a character that was all male characters, Keelik. Didn't make any sense. But I'm going to assume that they're going back to those vintage days. Keelik's going to have his staff and only his staff.
Ew.
One of the annoying characters that I didn't like, but I'm pretty sure they're going to bring back.
Keelik. He's annoying.
Maxie.
Keelik, he's annoying.
Maxie.
I actually hated Maxie myself too, and I don't know. That one pro player, Bibulus, shout outs to Bibulus, then him and that whole face punch thing made me freaking start liking Maxie. I would just play freaking Maxie just to shout face punch at people when I do it. Face punch!
But, like, as far as, like, a solid roster, and like we said, we got Mitsurugi, and was it Cassandra or Sophitia? Sophitia?
What's that? Yeah, that was Sophitia.
Okay, so Mitsurugi and Sophitia. Hopefully Cassandra, because Crusader pointed out something in the trailer.
I know.
He pointed out that
that's his girl.
He pointed out that Sophitia shared some of Cassandra's moves. Yeah. So he's afraid that no, I'm saying, like, you know how they still had their slight variances? That's what I'm saying. He was like, Sophitia herself had her own variances and Cassandra's variances. So he was afraid that they were going to pretty much get rid of one of them and just have Sophia fight like both herself and Cassandra.
Not that, because there's some stuff that Cassandra didn't have. Like, there's some stuff that Cassandra did that I couldn't imagine Sophitia doing.
Okay, yeah, true. So as far as a baseline roster, like I said, we obviously have Mitsurugi and Sophitia. Gonna have Lizardman, or excuse me, Eon. If they even refer to him as Eon in SoulCalibur VI.
I thought it was Aeon.
Aeon. Yoshimitsu.
Obviously.
Awesome.
Not Natsu, but Taki.
Yes.
Taki.
Taki.
Keelik, of course. Maxie. I hope they bring what's the dude with the pirate sword?
Cervantes?
No, not Cervantes.
Obviously, Cervantes.
He talking about Yun Sung.
Yun Sung, yes. Yun Sung.
Yeah, didn't care about Yun Sung.
Yun Sung.
Feel like they're gonna bring him back. Astaroth, obviously.
Ooh.
Astaroth, Cervantes, Ivy. Ivy.
Ivy's cool. Cervantes, ew.
Honestly, if they bring back Cervantes, they have to bring back. Like, Ivy and Cervantes, they work with each other storyline wise. You can't bring one back without bringing back the other. To me,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about him.
I did a video about this then, so yeah, I know.
Yeah, true.
Just because I'm freaking saying ew doesn't mean keep him out. I'm just saying.
But
believe it or not, if you haven't caught on to it yet, I do not like a majority of the SoulCalibur roster.
They can keep out Voldo's
coming back.
Voldo's cool.
Voldo's coming back.
Voldo's cool.
He was creepy, but he was a cool ass nigga.
Voldo's cool.
Oh my goodness, what is her name? Had the Tonfas.
Talon?
Talon. She's got to come back.
I love Talon.
She's got to come back. My girl Tira has to come back.
The hula hoop of doom.
Uh,
Coolest weapon ever.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna bring him back. As far as a story, Zazlamel. They're not gonna bring him back. It's just my personal favorite, but
I ain't care about
but
it. What was so freak? I never got what was so the appeal of Zazlamel.
but
A giant ass scythe.
yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's all I got. Like,
Okay.
but Tira, like I said, Tira, Zazlamel, possibly, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay. And as far as what's coming to my mind, I think that would be like at least the base roster.
No, Siegfried's coming back.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that.
That's my
Siegfried and Nightmare.
It's amazing how I freaking don't like a lot of SoulCalibur's roster, but I think this is one of the rare cases where I actually like one of the face characters there. Because I don't know, I just like Siegfried. I guess it's just his demeanor that I can.
Do you like him for the toe stomp?
The toe stomp.
Yeah, it's like a move where he like stomps you in the toe like 8 times.
This stomp was kind of awkward, honestly.
I mean, honestly, if you got to stomp a nigga,
Because
I want Nightmare
I think
stomp.
he was. Ew, Nightmare.
Yeah,
ew.
those two are gonna come back.
Ew.
Albeit,
I know technically Siegfried was Nightmare one time, but just saying, I don't like Nightmare.
I can't believe
I don't know if they're going to do this. I doubt they're going to do it. Well, actually, I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think Patroclus and Pyrrha are going to be in there.
I mean, if it's a Assault Reaper, like you said, no.
I don't know.
They don't have a reason to
Because
bring
with
those
that,
two back.
if Patroclus isn't in there, then I know they're going to bring Setska back.
Who?
People love Setska.
Setska.
People love Setska.
Yeah. They're going to bring Setska
People
back.
love
She fought with
Setska.
an umbrella.
Oh, her, right.
People
Female
love-
Miss Ruby.
I know, because people love Setska. People love Songmina.
Because,
people.
what was it? Pyrrha fought like Sophitia, and regular Patroclus fought like Cassandra. And then Alpha Patroclus fought like Setska, and Pyrrha Omega just fought like, I guess, like an angry Sophitia.
All I remember is a bunch of screaming, fighting Pyrrha. I could not stand Pyrrha. All I remember is a bunch of freaking screaming and you hitting me and you're apologizing.
A lot
I'm
of
sorry.
reluctance.
I'm sorry. I'm
A
beating
lot of
your
reluctant
ass.
fighting.
I'm beating your ass. I'm sorry. I'm beating your ass. I'm sorry. I'm beating your ass. Nigga, just lay down. I'm sorry. I don't
How
want
the
to.
heck you got a freaking super move and you're turning away like, I can't. Psych!
Bam.
She's like, I can't. Psych!
Bam.
You know what made me mad about that? You know what made me mad about that? Because you know when like those like action movies where they do like they replay something like 3 times, like they jump out the building or some shit and they replay the explosion like 3-4 times. I'm mad they did that little action replay for her super and it did damage on each hit.
I think it was meant to hit 3 times, but maybe it's the way the camera was angled.
Yeah, I want to say, it's-
Hey, that's good thing. That's good animation illusion now. But because I like Patroclus, like he was like the only freaking offspring, mentor character that I liked. And maybe it's because like when the game first came out, I was just finding all types of stuff with him, like far as tech, and I was just aside from Tyr, isn't like a comfortable freaking character.
Like aside,
Get my phone, bitch.
matter of fact,
Get my phone.
SoulCalibur 3 had it as well. The freaking copy characters. I forgot about Will of the Wisp. He was literally just like just a mass of blue flames. And the
snap.
eyeball.
Oh my god, he made an appearance in freaking Killer Instinct. I didn't know he came back.
What was the other guy?
Freaking Will of the Wisp is in freaking Killer Instinct.
Wow.
He just gave him another name, Omen.
Wow.
They just gave him another name. It's like a freaking wrestler when they go from one promotion to another. Hey, it's you. You just call yourself something different and you're wearing a mask.
What was the other character? It was like an eye, and then it was like surrounded by different like bones and whatnot.
Whatever it
nigga.
was, I didn't care.
That nigga. I know what nigga.
Forgot what his name was.
I know what you.
But he was another copy character because he had like the Soul Edge corrupted versions of everybody's weapons.
Charade.
Yeah, Charade. But
Kind of funny seeing his name almost sound. Well, never mind. Take that back. Let's say he sounded like Krang almost, and that's what he was.
But what I hope they bring back is that golden mechanic from SoulCalibur 3. You could create your character and give them a weapon that wasn't a part of the main roster's like weapons and skills.
Could happen because they've been doing so well with the little creation. So I mean, why
Because SoulCalibur V wasn't all that great, but the creation was like better than that.
I was in a Facebook group that really just created characters in SoulCalibur V just to show them off and like say, hey, this is what I made. It was almost like we were freaking. It's almost like character creating in SoulCalibur V became like an art craft. Then literally, I'm telling you, that freaking Facebook group was just nothing but people sharing their creations here and there.
I about to say it
I
did
believe it because you could, like I said, SoulCalibur V had the most detailed, extensive creation in the series.
And let's just hope that mess extends even further with this one.
Oh my goodness! Cause you know how many Gokus, Luffy's,
Clouds, Sephiroth,
freaking oh my goodness! So many anime characters.
But yeah,
it's cool, but I lost my train of freaking thought. There's so much in all these SoulCalibur characters. I mean, I could just tell you like right now all the SoulCalibur characters I just like: the Yoshimitsu, Siegfried, Tira, Taki. That's about it almost. Everybody else I can't really stand.
well, all right.
Talim, I love Talim. That's about it. Everybody else is you.
Tira, Zazla, Mel, and Keely.
You. Your last two are you. It's a big guy with a scythe and a freaking. It means a freaking guy with a scythe and it's an annoying guy who freaking hits you with a pole.
Yeah.
You. Like, why?
And Lizard Man. I hope they bring back the. I wonder if he's going to be dual wielding.
I hope they call him Aeon. Just because Lizard Man is just. It sounds almost like, what do we call this guy? I have nothing for him. I can't think of anything.
Lizard
You know what
Man?
I see? You know what I see?
A lizard man.
I see him as a lizard man. I see him as a lizard man.
That's another thing I wonder.
Let's call
Are they gonna do the dual wielding axe like he was in the very first, like the first and second game, or are they gonna do
Shield and sword?
Yeah, shield and sword.
We'll find out.
For gag purposes, I hope they do the shield and sword because I missed the rice bowl and the piece of chicken.
Or 2 drumsticks. But that being said, everybody, thank you for.
Oh my god. No, that's cool. I was just like, wow, he was there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode, everybody. I am the Baron.
And I'm Smile.
And I'm the Twisted Steel Samurai, Chris Lotus.
And you just tuned into the 18-Bit Podcast.
Podcast.